I'm going to take the poem that has the title of the book, The Sky Cries. Rapidly are the ecosystems changing. Rapidly is the weather pattern changing. Rapidly is the seasonal pattern changing. Rapidly, steadily is the climate changing. Cause the sky cries of carbon suffocation. Acute temperature freezing beyond bounds. Icy temperature freezing beyond bounds. Precipitation pattern gone beyond bounds. Farming seasons altered beyond bounds. Cause the soil cries of carbon loss to the sky. People are suffering, people are confused. People are hit with climate-induced disasters. People hit with epidemics and pandemics. People are hit with excess rains and floods, cause the water cries of high rising sea levels. Systems thinking, systems change needed. Sustainable waste management is needed. Reduce, reuse, recycle, and replant needed. Greening, reforestation, afforestation needed, cause the wind cries of frequency of cyclones. Seek 100% renewable energy in industries. Seek here net zero emissions in technologies. Seek tree planting, regenerative agriculture. Seek nature-based climate solution actions. Cause nature cries of unnatural carbons in the sky. So we are looking at the environmental components, the ecosystem component of the sky, crying because of carbon suffocation. The soil cries of carbon loss to the sky. The water cries of high rising sea levels. The wind cries of frequency of cyclones taking place. The nature cries of unnatural carbons in the sky. These are different perspectives of the environment that is being affected around us. So this poem expresses all for better understanding of the lay people in the world. How about that one on Nigeria, our country? It's called the Nigerian skies. This is an interesting one too.
Okay.
So the Nigerian skies, the twin impacts of climate change, desert encroachment in the north, flood encroachment in the south, rapidly eroding Nigeria's bounds. Wild droughts and desertification, rapidly eroding northern landmass, flood and sea level rise ruining same, rapidly eroding southern landmass. With exodus of the people to the meat, herders seeking graze, meet with graze, farmers seeking fertile, meet with fight, rapidly eroding the lives of the people. With fossil fuel flares and deforestation, carbon colonized and colorized the sky, and the craze and fight for survival, rapidly eroding the health of the people. As the Nigerian skies turn black daily, government, oil mafias turn to petrodollar, and climate justice emitted with carbons, rapidly eroding the future of Nigeria. So you can see it's expressed with an illustration that actually captures what is happening in Nigeria. The one that you can also find in the YouTube is called As the Climate Changes.
Okay.
Yeah, this is also an interesting one. As carbon exceeds safe limit in the sky, the climate changes temperature and weather, and they rise and spew out heat waves. They drop and freeze out cold waves, droughts, floods, food insecurity, opt, pangs of woes rot enough in the throat. As the climate changes, the cloud rouse out storms, the ocean gushes out tsunamis, the wind whizzes out tropical cyclones, trees, houses, flora and fauna destroyed, actions to mitigate and adapt deficient. As the climate changes, the sun blazes out wildfires, the land growls out earthquakes, the mountain pops out volcanoes, fishes, birds, wildlife, and humans kaput. A knot in the throat groans into weeping. As the climate changes, the glacier melts out, sea level rises, the land dries out, desert encroaches, epidemic spreads out, pandemic surfaces, livelihoods lost, climate crisis everywhere, and the bizarre reality fills the IPCC reports. IPCC means Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. It's a United Nations agency. As the climate changes, everything seems changed. Development seems to go net zero. Responsive action seems inadequate. Walking the talk seems snail-paced, and climate action becomes climacteric. As the climate changes, transitioning from petropolis to ecopolis, brown economy to green economy, climate justice, circular economy, SDGs, apt to evolve a post-carbon caring society for all and free our children of a knot in the throat. The solution lies here in the last stanza. As the climate changes, transitioning from petropolis to ecopolis, that city filled with petrol, to cities that is ecologically friendly, to brown economy, from brown economy to green economy, climate justice, circular economy, sustainable development goals. These are all things that we need to pursue to evolve a post-carbon caring society, because we want to, that's our goal, that's our vision. We need to get to that society whereby no more carbon emission. Post-carbon caring society. We care for the society, we care for the people, we care for the environment, we care for our livelihoods, we care for the future of our children. So that's what we mean by post-carbon caring society for all. So that to free our own children in the future of a knot in the throat. So these are the various ways of depicting climate change impact using poetry.
People of the fountain.